Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Kayla. I'm an officer at the Gonstead Club. This is my assistant, Emily. She's going to be donating her body to science today, so we're very thankful for that. One of the first things I want to do is actually go through what we're going to be discussing, which is a really important and exciting topic, so I'm looking forward to sharing this with you guys so you can actually practice. These are things that you can practice at home with a partner. So if you're a student, grab somebody while you're watching this video so that you can do what I'm doing and get a really good idea, because it's a hands-on practice that helps to get you to be able to notice these things. All right, so the static palpation, some of the key components we're going to look for are going to be hot spots. So with hot spots, the point of it is you're going to take the back of your hand, which is the most sensitive portion of your hand, and you're going to put it here. You're going to start at the top because the spine goes all the way down. So we always start at the top and we work our way all the way down to the bottom. So make sure you're doing that for each part of this that we're discussing. That's really important. So starting at the top, I'm going to put my hand here, and immediately I'm already detecting that this area is very warm, okay? So that's really important. I want to take mental note of that. And then as I'm coming down, she starts to cool off through here. Cool, cool, very cool. We're going to take this down. She starts to get really warm down here at the bottom, so we're feeling all the way down to the bottom of the spine. And then you can also, if you find an area where you kind of notice, okay, well, what's going on here? Maybe she's a little warmer on this side, cooler on this side. Those are all things that are going to be really important pieces to your puzzle. All right, the next thing we're going to talk about is muscle bunching and tonicity. So muscle bunching is exactly what it sounds like. Same thing with tonicity. You're going to be seeing either where they're going to have all those muscles bunched together and it's going to be like a tight band. So the way you can find that is if you're coming here and you're just kind of bringing your hands through the spine, on either side of the spine, you're going to come down and see right here, it's like I come up to a big hump of tissue here, and then it just dips and comes down. And see how I kind of just glide right there? So all this here is that hypertonicity and that muscle bunching. So that's a really good indicator that this could be the side of body rotation for whatever's going on in this particular location of the spine. So this might be somewhere I want to look for subluxation, right? All right, the next thing we're going to talk about pseudoreverse changes. So what this means is you are going to have pimples. Those are really good indicators that there's kind of additional things going here. So if I'm looking at her, we've got a little spot here. She's got a very small one right here, and that's actually at the base of a lot of edema that's in this area. So that's a really good indicator that we might find something here. That's a mole, so make sure you're not confusing moles with pimples. There's also another little red spot down here. So any of those things are really important. Also, in regards to pseudoreverse changes, you can start at the top of the spine, and you can just go straight down the middle of the spine with this. You're just feeling to see if there's any spots that change and are either tacky or really boggy. So for her, when I'm coming through, I kind of noticed here that I'm sticking a little. So that's kind of my little tacky spot. And then if I'm coming here again, right through here, to me it starts to feel boggy. So this might be another spot that I really want to take a good look at. And like I said before, make sure you're going all the way down. That way you can feel everything and you're really examining this whole spine. All right, now we're going to discuss pitting edema. So pitting edema, the way we like to describe it is if you're feeling if you go buy apples at the grocery store and you pick up an apple and you're going to notice the apple has a bruise on it, and it's that soft spot, that's the same thing you're going to be looking for here. So for her, I'm going to start at the top, go down. I'm just feeling for that spot. So right here, there's a big soft apple spot. So that's a good indicator that there could be something here. Now when I'm kind of feeding in a little bit, that might feel tender. Is it tender? Mm-hmm. So she just said yes. So this could be a really, really good spot that we want to take a look at through our scoping, our motion palpation. You even want to look at your x-rays just to reference. So we're putting all those pieces together to get a better picture. So obviously anything that you're going to do on the right of the patient, you're also going to go to the left. So that's also like really important that you're coming here and you're going through and you're checking the whole spine on both sides, because you have two opinions. So you use your first opinion and your second opinion, okay? Now the next thing we're gonna discuss, actually I wanna go back to edema a little bit more, because the other thing too, I forgot to point out to you guys, check this out. Do you see this right here? And then it stops. Look at this. All that right there. And then if I come over here on this side, and I kind of do the same thing, you want to start above and go past it. That's a really key factor when you're doing this. See all that edema? And I'm going past it, and then it just stops right through here. So that's another indicator that this spot is definitely what we want to be looking at. That's a really good spot. So if I took a scope out right now and we scope that, guarantee you there'd be something there, okay? And that brings us back to the last point, which is our point tenderness. So if you're putting all these things together, you're gonna be able to have areas that are, you know, highly likely to be your areas of subluxation that you wanna focus on for that patient so that you can find it, fix it, and get them better. I hope you guys have a great day. Make sure you grab your partner, sit them down, take some notes, practice this, and if you have questions, reach out to us. Thank you for your time.